You might already know that God wrote the Ten Commandments on the tablets of stone twice. Moses went on top of the mountain. He had stone tablets. God wrote the Ten Commandments with his own finger on the tablets of stone. But then Moses went down when the people were rebellious. He smashed the Ten Commandments because he was so upset by the golden calf that they had made. And then he went back up, chiseled out 2 new stone tablets, and God wrote the Ten Commandments. And do you know what was different about the Ten Commandments the second time God wrote them compared to the first time? Nothing. Nothing. They were exactly the same. He wrote the exact same thing. And maybe that's not surprising to you, but it highlights an important characteristic of our God. He doesn't change. He doesn't change. And why is that so important? Because I bet over the last year, a lot has changed in your life. And maybe not all for the better. There have been a lot of hard changes that we've all been through together. Maybe some hard changes that you've been through individually. You've seen people change for the worse around you. You've maybe even looked in the mirror and seen that person change for the worse, even though you didn't want that to happen to you. There have been a lot of changes, and changes can be hard to take, which is why it's such a good thing that God doesn't change, because we know what kind of God he is. We look at the God who led Israel across the wilderness for 40 years, and we know he's a powerful God. We know he's a faithful God because he kept that promise, even though the Israelites gave him many reasons to rethink it. We know that he's a gracious God. He treats us far better than we deserve. We know that, just thinking of Jesus hanging on the cross, looking out at the soldiers who had nailed him there and begging his Father to forgive even them. We know that he's a God who can overcome anything that would keep us from him. We only have to think of the tomb that Jesus was once in, the one that his dead body was laid in, but was empty on Easter morning. As Jesus rose and showed that he really is able to overcome even death and sin and Satan and anyone or anything that will get in the way of you being with him. He's a good God. And tomorrow when you wake up, he's still going to be a good God. And if you have a bad day, he's going to be a good God who's going to be eager to hear all about it and cover the whole thing with his grace. And if you happen to slip up, he's still going to be a good God, a loving Father, a gracious Savior, a powerful Spirit, ready to give you a fresh start and strength that you'll definitely need along the way. Because that's who our God is, and our God doesn't change. Our God doesn't change. And because of that, whatever this day has been like, however easy or difficult this year has been, however unpredictable tomorrow or the rest of the future looks, you can rest well tonight, my friends, because God remains the same.